Hey y'all, I've got something special for you guys today. As of a few hours ago, an official, full, legit trailer for the Fallout TV show released on YouTube. And I watched it, and I have so many thoughts on it. I know that I don't usually make videos like this, but I really want to just talk about this trailer because this is a series that is very near and dear to my heart, okay? I built my personality on the Fallout games. Okay, I bonded with my dad playing Fallout 3. I grew up on Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. I was born a year after the first Fallout game came out. So I didn't get around to playing those until only a couple of years ago, but I have played every Fallout game except for Tactics and Brotherhood of Steel. I've played 1, 2, 3, New Vegas, 4, 76. We don't have to talk about that one, but I've played them all. I know the lore pretty well. I'm no Oxhorn, I'm no Rad King, but I know a lot about this series, and I have a lot of love for this series. I understand the controversies around what Bethesda has done to the game, but I have a respect for both the Interplay games and the Bethesda games, with a few exceptions. We don't have to talk about those. We're here to talk about this trailer and how I am actually blown away at how good it is. So this isn't a reaction. I have seen it like 2 times, and I just made some notes, some things that I wanted to talk about. If I missed any things, y'all can point it out, but I'm just going to point out everything that I saw, what I think about it, and what I think it might mean for the show and the lore and the story. So let's get to it.
Hello there. I'm here to show you a wonderful place. A veritable Camelot of the nuclear age. Not made by God Almighty, but the working man.
You can be a hero by purchasing a residence in a Vault-Tec vault today. Because if the worst should happen tomorrow, the world is going to need you to build a better day after.
So let's talk about that first 30 seconds, okay? First of all, the talk show guy, which is the Ghoul, which is played by Walton Goggins, okay? I love, and I didn't realize before, maybe this was obvious in the last teaser trailer, I don't remember. I didn't realize that he worked for Vault-Tec, okay? This is definitely a parallel of the Vault-Tec representative salesman in Fallout 4 that turns into a ghoul. But this is a very interesting take on it. I think it's going to be a really cool story to follow, and hopefully they diverge a little bit from the Vault-Tec salesman. I mean, obviously they did, considering the Vault-Tec salesman in the game rots in a hotel hating his life, but this ghoul in the show seems to making the most of what he can, even if it's not exactly ethical from what we've seen. He seems to be kind of a outlaw mercenary. But I do enjoy the irony as much as I did with the Vault-Tec salesman, that he works for Vault-Tec and has become ghoulified. Also, within that clip, we get a look at what the vault door looked like, which we had seen before, but we actually get to see it open. They're definitely using the Fallout 76 door style. The oblong, it looks like the logo, the Vault-Tec logo, which I think was a good choice because the Fallout 4 vault, I didn't like that much. The elevator thing, not a fan. And the door from like Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas was kind of underwhelming. It didn't really make sense mechanically how it just kind of rolled out of the way. But this actually has more of a mechanical function that I understand. And finally, we see what the Gek is supposed to create for those that get to use it. It's a massive field of crops. It's green grass and growing plants, and it's a completely different landscape than the rest of the wasteland. And I think it's a really interesting and faithful rendition of what Vault City in Fallout 2 represented. Oh, you see it? Shady Sands Public Library? That's a good callback.
The mission of the vaults should be important to everyone.
It's
come up to the surface one day and restart civilization. Can you tell me what's happened in the last 200 years?
Holy shit. You're an actual vault dweller.
I am.
I thought all you dipshits were dead.
So that shot in the desert reminds me a lot of the upper west corner of the map in the first game in Fallout, 1. That's where you find the Master. I don't recall seeing a desert that barren in any of the other games. I mean, yeah, the Mojave Wasteland's a desert, but that's like, there's nothing. We know it's on the coast of California, so that's immediately where my mind went, was that upper west corner. The shot with the merchant is definitely confirming that Philly is not going to be like Megaton, because that, what's it called, May June's or Mama June's Sundries is the antithesis of Moira Brown. She's raggedy. She is not very nice, not very optimistic, and just everything that Moira Brown is not.
What you're doing is insane.
I don't want to set the world
It isn't like the vault out there. It's big.
fire.
So there is a lot in that little clip. First of all, the cars that they're using is an interesting choice because it does not look like any of the cars in any of the other games. It's not a Corvega or a Chrysler. It doesn't have the look and the aesthetics of those. I assume that's because it's probably a lot harder to find or make cars that look like the Chrysler and Corvega brands that we know. But it's just interesting, and I noticed it. The dude that is talking to, what's her name? Lucy. The vault dweller that's talking to Lucy as she's leaving, again, reminds me of a gender bent version of Amada in Fallout 3. He's trying to convince her not to leave, so obviously she's leaving by herself without telling anyone. We don't know why. I assume it has something to do with her dad. Hopefully it's not a retelling of the Fallout 3 main storyline, but her dad seems to be in trouble in this, so I assume she's leaving to go find him. I also want to point out, I like that they chose the song as the running song for this trailer. I also kind of wish they would have done Maybe, but this is definitely just as good.
I just want to start.
I've had a rough week. Practically.
That bottle she's holding it says Vault Tech Plan B, and I assume that's something that the Ghoul, back when he worked for Vault Tech, had on him as a plan B. It's probably cyanide or some kind of poison that's going to kill him, or it's something that she got from an overseer. They're the ones that were in control of everything, and Vault Tech, in many cases in the games, had options for if things did not go the way that they planned to kill everybody. Because that's how they are. You'll also notice the spot that the Ghoul finds Lucy in here is also where the axolotl comes from. So I'm not sure what this location is, but it's the same place.
Every person I've met up here has tried to kill me.
I'm simply going to harvest your organs.
In my
You need to go home. You come from a world of rules, of laws. You should not be alone.
Why did you join the Brotherhood?
To hurt the people who hurt me?
So here we have the Brotherhood guy. So Maximus has been described in the articles that I've read about the game as a wannabe soldier. He's not exactly honorable, and he's definitely joined the Brotherhood of Steel to get revenge on somebody. Like he said, all he wants is to hurt the people that hurt him. Maybe he came from a settlement that was attacked by raiders or super mutants or something, but he's out for revenge. Obviously, he looks pissed about it.
People are going to come after you.
Ain't much stage cleanup here, Volty. Well, now that is a very small drop in a very, very large bucket of drugs.
That's such an iconic line. So it's obviously humorous that Lucy attempts to kill him with a syringer pistol, by the way, which I don't remember existing in the games. But it's hilarious that she uses that on him. Clearly she doesn't know what she's doing or what a ghoul is. I think it's just the perfect way for them to have their first conflict with each other.
You look out at this wasteland,
So that's a very interesting couple of scenes there. We see the Griffith Observatory in LA, which appears to be like a major military, I don't know, fort. Like they're using it as a place to house military. It's a very fought over location, I'll just say that. And that was an interesting scene there where we see Lucy's dad in an enclosed, almost greenhouse. That's kind of what it looks like, that has projectors on all the walls with the Vault Tech "Please Stand By" on there. People getting wiped out and him running away. My guess is it's a Vault Tech experiment, as they do mass murder everybody in the vault. Maybe that's what happens. Maybe he gets out. Maybe Lucy's looking for him. I don't know. But that's definitely a controlled environment with an intentional killing of people. I highly doubt somebody invaded the vault to kill everybody in there. It had to have been Vault Tech.
Looks like
Not sure who that woman is walking out, but looking at everything that they're wearing, this is NCR. This is not Brotherhood.
looks like
Here we see those people dressed just like she was, running out of the Griffith Observatory, holding an NCR flag. Thank God the NCR is going to be in this. Thank God they're mentioned. You could not have a Fallout game, a Fallout show based in California and ignore the NCR. I'm so glad that they are included in this. And they are fighting the Brotherhood head on. It looks like the Brotherhood is trying to take the observatory. That's what I'm guessing.
chaos. But there's always somebody behind the wheel.
Here we have another scene of the Ghoul watching himself on TV. So it seems not only is he a commercial man for Vault Tech, he might be a movie star too. He's a celebrity.
Always somebody behind the wheel.
There he is. It looks like he's on set for whatever movie he was filming when the bombs go off. So you can see like a director's chair over there. That's what it looks like anyway. Maybe this was his star character, or maybe this was just a one-off shoot that he was in the middle of when the bombs dropped, so he has very mixed emotions about that recording. What he's carrying there, I assume, is his daughter. Got a Yao Guai fighting Brotherhood of Steel. Got a Brotherhood of Steel soldier approaching the Ghoul in Philly. So he had to do something to piss the Brotherhood off. And there we saw again the axolotl coming out of the same place that the Ghoul found Lucy. We see dog meat, and we see somebody getting dragged and eaten, either by the Yao Guai or the axolotl. I'm not sure which.
What is happening here?
Now that, do you know what that reminds me of? The Doctor injecting himself with something? What else could it be but FEV, right? What else could it be? He's turning himself into a super mutant. I don't know what else it could be. And the glasses that he's wearing just reminds me so much of Virgil from Fallout 4. Again, I think that's a callback to his likeness with a different story and a different character. If y'all think it could be anything besides FEV, let me know. Maybe he's killing himself. I doubt it. I think it's FEV. Super duper Mart. A classic. We've seen the pictures of it for years now that was going to be included. It may just be a one-off location. It may not have any real importance to the story. I don't care. I'm glad they're including it. It just reminds me of the good old days of Fallout 3. And of course, we see the Ghoul drinking what should be lethal drugs and getting a high off of it.
Everyone wants to save the world. They disagree on how.
Obviously, there was a ton in those couple of seconds, so I'm going to go over each little video shot that we see. We see the Brotherhood guy. I think he would be considered an initiate, although he's performing the act of squire by assisting a power armor soldier, so that's interesting, but whatever. By himself with Lucy. I don't know if he gets abandoned from the Brotherhood or if he does something dishonorable and is kicked out. That seems to be something that he would do given what we've been told about him. I think they're going to be traveling with each other throughout the entire season. Those two and the Ghoul are going to be our three primary characters from very different backgrounds. The scene of the dad getting splattered with somebody's blood while the bombs go off behind him, I really don't know what to make of that. Hi, this is me well after filming that, and I realized during editing that that's not the dad being splattered with blood. I don't know who that is. I thought it was the Ghoul at first, but I don't think it is. So if y'all recognize that person, let me know, because I'm very curious about what that's about. The little jello cake that they were carrying reminds me of Fallout 3 Birthday. At the very beginning, during the world's longest tutorial. It's not the exact same kind of cake, but it just reminds me of it. And then at the very end, we see the ghoul kissing his wife, and they are in a vault from the looks of that window. This must have been during filming one of the Vault-Tec propaganda videos, salesman videos, whatever you want to call it.
There you are, you little killer.
And then Lucy walking out, covered in blood, just made her first kill, maybe, and the ghoul being proud of her for making those kills. We also get to hear him talk properly, and he doesn't sound like what ghouls do in the games, with the gravelly voice, with a few exceptions. Some people don't have those voices, but I'm glad that he's not going to sound like he needs to clear his throat for the entire series. All in all, I think this trailer is extremely promising. I'm very excited for this show, and I plan on recording my reaction to each episode because I have some really high hopes for this. I think it's going to be on a level with The Last of Us as far as production quality. And after watching the Avatar: The Last Airbender live action, I'm going to need something good. I'm going to need something that's not going to let me down. Honestly, I'm going to need some positive Fallout content for once, because it's been a long time since somebody enjoyed a Fallout game universally, you know? I have probably thousands of hours across all the Fallout games, across all the consoles and platforms that I have played them on. I need this to be good. So, if y'all are interested in watching me watch each one of these episodes, I know they're all going to release at once, so I'm going to stagger my videos. I'll do it as often as I can. I'll be uploading those as I watch them, so if you want to see those, maybe subscribe, come back later, do what you want to do. I gave this trailer 9 out of 10. I'll say 9 out of 10. I was very impressed. I'm not worried at this time. Are they going to break some lore rules? Probably. Anyway, if you guys have any other things that you noticed in there, let me know. Point it out. We'll discuss it. If you want to talk about what you hope for it, let me know. If you enjoyed, leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, peace out.